The Riverside Jigging Club started out as an after-school program. Immediately, Troy Pronto became a full-fledged partner. We decided to write grants together so that we could provide more opportunity for our students to be involved in the arts. What started out as this little small after-school program has blossomed into this wonderful cultural experience for children. Mainly children who don't have programming that they can go to after school. They don't get to go to sports or other dance classes, and we realized that that was a need. So when all of these kids register in the fall, it's like now they're part of this club, and they're so excited. So for us, hugely rewarding. If we didn't have the kids, we wouldn't be able to provide the programming, and we love what we do. All of the teachers involved. It's become a big team effort.
Jacques was never so happy as he was now.
So I've been involved with jigging for 6 years now. Right from the beginning, it was me and Bonnie Johnson doing an after-school program. Over the years, we have grown the program from just 1 group to 3 groups. So this year, we have 2 senior groups and 1 junior group. And we've grown from 2 teachers to about 6 teachers working after school 3 times a week, dedicating a lot of time and energy to get these kids out into the community and perform.
Just the baby sometimes, and you can even change.
Well, from a parent's perspective, I guess, and a community member, I think it's really important without these activities where a lot of these kids they're urban, so they're maybe not connected to their community on a regular basis, to be able to have those teachings, learn those teachings, hear those teachings, and then if they aren't getting them, how can they pass them on? How can they learn them? So just having that in the community is so important, and the pride is so evident in all of the kids, not just my daughter, but I see it in all of the kids. Just walking into the school, the kids were just beaming. They beam with pride, you know, and it just brings them right out, and it shows something they're so proud of.
The best thing about jigging is that we get to learn lots of different kind of dances. My favorite one is the duck dance. The funniest part is when they're going under the bridge, you have to look like a duck and you have to quack. That's the funniest thing.
My favorite part of teaching the kids to jig is getting to know the students and then watching them blossom throughout the year.
Do you see the savory, the blue and the white?
I like when we get to practice the dances and when we're learning new ones, because it's just fun to learn new stuff.
Sometimes when you fail or something, when you're learning, then it's challenging sometimes, but when you do it more, then you get better at it.
Beating, it was hard, but I catched on quickly. I like beating because it makes me feel calm.
Arts programming is very special in that it's not only about building skills, it's about exploring self, identity. Here at our school, we also build community through the arts. So oftentimes, children come in and it's difficult. You know, learning the resting step is a very, very complicated thing, and when they master it, you can see their confidence levels go up. It's something they can be really proud about. And you know, being an educator and seeing the energy and enthusiasm that these kids have is quite an amazing opportunity.
Now you follow Jordan, follow Jordan. The thing that I love most about teaching juniors jigging is just seeing their personality and their confidence come out and grow throughout
Can you guys move back this way?
their learning of the different dances and getting more knowledge of their culture and more confidence. Like a lot of my students that I teach in grade 1 in my classroom are also in jigging, and I see a different side of them after school. They're really happy and their personality comes out in a different way.
Is one of the things we wear when we jig. And where do we usually wear it?
The boys wear it on the waist.
The boys wear it on their waist?
The reason programs are important to kids at the school is because it helps kids learn new things, be able to go through history a little bit, learn about the Aboriginal tools and Métis people.
When I wrote this grant, we knew we wanted to have some Indigenous instruments involved. We knew we wanted to involve both boys and girls, so doing hand drumming and rattling was just the most natural way to have equity of having both boys and girls on the stage performing and being proud of the work they do.
This year we decided to go with a little bit more of a traditional feel. So that's why we brought in someone to help teach beating, and then we brought in someone to help make rattles, make drums, and then teach the kids how to use them. Because it's been running now for a couple of years, our music teacher is right on board, and she's looking for songs and things that she can perform that kind of tie into that whole idea of identity and who are we as First Nations Métis people.
The rattle is a women's tool to heal, and my favorite part of rattling is being with my friends and performing on stage.
The best thing about performing on stage is having that little jolt go through your spine of thinking, I'm gonna do this.
My favorite part of the festival is always the very end product, because as all the separate parts are coming together, I only get to see the junior jiggers, I don't get to see the rest, and it's really nice to see it all come together.
The best thing dancing on stage is jigging, because jigging is, I guess, fun.
It's important to me because I really want to learn new things, because I feel like it's fun. And it's an interesting thing to do just for free time and stuff.
Riverside Aboriginal Arts Festival is just a fantastic opportunity for our kids to be able to show off and shine bright on stage. I think the hope is, in the bigger scheme of things, that down the road they remember that and might have the confidence to join other things as they grow up.
I have nothing but appreciation and respect for Bonnie and Troy, who are putting everything on and making sure that the kids are involved and active and bringing these things to the school. Without them, we wouldn't have that, and the kids wouldn't be able to experience culture and beating and learning and bringing something to their soul that they can carry forward and hopefully pass on to their little ones, and even going home and telling their siblings, look what I made, or look what I learned, you know, and maybe they might say, hey, I'm interested in that. So it can pass on.
I would say the significance of teaching these kids would be to help them connect more to their culture.
When we decided to do the Aboriginal Arts Festival, the very foundational idea that Troy and I both had was that we want kids to understand who they are by understanding some of their history, because we know that our students need to understand where they're going. And lots of our kids don't necessarily have those opportunities at home. Culture has been lost or not really celebrated as much. This gives kids an opportunity to take it back home. So it's really important to us that they understand that line, right? This is who I am. This is where I come from. This is where I'm going. Whether or not they're Métis, First Nations, immigrant kids or whatever, everybody's exposed to this. We're definitely moving that whole big idea of cohesiveness and community forward.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on maxTV Local On Demand, write us at max.local@sastel.com.